You do not see SCP-3924 coming. You only hear it on sonar, and then the depth starts to matter. SCP-3924 is Euclid, and its containment hinges on distance and silence. It roams the Hadal zone of the Hellenic Trench region. It is mobile and submersible, and it evades visual observation every time. Its shape is only guessed from sonar imaging. It typically moves at 40 km per hour. It usually sits at depths of 450 to 4980 meters below surface, but it can reach 337 km per hour, and it can reach a depth of 5250 meters. SCP-3924 perpetually emits sound that SCP-3924 should be monitored via sonar at all times for atypical behavior. Its courses and speeds must be cataloged. Non-Foundation vessels must remain within 3500 meters of sea level in the trench. Any vessels that attempt to, or do, surpass a depth of 3500 meters must be apprehended. They are questioned and amnestized if recoverable. Lethal force is permitted if vessels resist. Manned Foundation vessels must remain above 4000 meters below surface, and they must stay at least 20 kilometers away from SCP-3924. That distance is tied to an addendum. The trigger is even tighter. When a vessel it broadcasts an alternate audio signature directly at the vessel. It keeps doing it until the vessel rises above a varying depth. If the vessel dives below 4100 meters, SCP-3924 becomes hostile. It attacks with incendiary torpedoes and/or rising mines. It gets more aggressive the longer the vessel stays below the threshold. Deeper dives make it worse. Retaliation can make it worse too. The attacks continue until the vessel rises above 4100 meters or is destroyed. Its main strategy appears to be rupturing ballast tanks. Catastrophic destruction is the most common outcome. If the vessel rises above 4100 meters, SCP-3924, in those cases it seems to broadcast and attack something between it and the seafloor. To date, sonar has failed to detect any such object or entity. Addendum 1 Records Incident 3924-A on January 9, 2018. SCP-3924 entered a hostile state and fired munitions toward the seabed. An unmanned submersible was deployed several hundred kilometers away. It tried to reach the seafloor while SCP-3924 was preoccupied. Once it passed 4100 meters, SCP-3924 fired torpedoes at it immediately. It had shown no awareness of the submersible beforehand. It did not intercept at first. It appeared to the submersible had reached 4954 meters. SCP-3924 accelerated to 337 kilometers per hour. It reached the target within several minutes and destroyed it. Sonar detected portions of its hull shedding during the maneuver. Then it ascended to 4500 meters. It began deploying rising mines to damage or sink ships at the surface, and were critically damaged and sunk. It stayed aggressive to surface vessels for 3 more hours. Then it resumed normal behavior. That was the only time it attacked vessels outside its active zone. Further attempts to surpass 4100 meters are strictly forbidden. Addendum 2 covers Incident 39. It fired toward the seafloor for 334 consecutive hours. During that time, it descended to 5250 meters. On April 17, it stopped firing. It began broadcasting a previously unrecorded audio signature in all directions. 3 minutes later, it rapidly descended toward the seafloor. It disappeared from sonar immediately prior to impact. Searches by sonar and visual detection are ongoing. They are inconclusive. SCP-3924 was tentatively reclassified. Uncontained neutralized. Addendum 3 says it was detected again on April 20, 2018. Sonar picked it up in the Calypso Deep region. It was about 75 kilometers from where it disappeared. Its behavior had drastically changed. It only responded to vessels within a 15-kilometer radius. It fired aggressively, and it no longer produced any detectable audio. Addendum 4 notes March 23, 2019 at 11:02 a.m. Upon reaching its roaming depth, it attacked any vessels within 15 kilometers of the surface above it. Evasive maneuvers resulted in no losses. SCP-3924 is continuing to ascend. The SCP's vigilance was preemptively deployed. It was sent in case retaliation becomes necessary for continued containment. The SCP